5/4 of 448, 5/4 times 448 equals 560, and it's going to come out to be negative 560 pounds. So I just solved for AB now. So now I'm going to do the forces and the x. It's a negative 1200, right? Because this value is a negative, plus AD, plus 3/5 of AB equals 0. So AD turns out to be, Kyle, will you check me while I'm doing this? So it's 3/5 times 560. It's a negative minus 1200. It looks like it's 1536, and let me just check. 1536. And 560. So now, key thing, what does this mean? AB, I drew it in tension. I got a negative value, so what does that mean? Is it in tension? No, it's in compression. So not only do I have to give the value of the load, I also have to say whether it's compression or tension. AD was drawn in tension, I got a positive, it's tension. Okay, what joint do you want to move to now? Do you find a joint that you think is pretty easy? We can move up to B. How about D? Doesn't D look a lot easier? It's totally perpendicular. If this is 1600, what's that one going to be? 1600. If this one is 1530, what's this going to be? 1530. So let's do joint D next. So joint D. So joint D, I have 1600 coming down. I have BD going up. I have AD this way. I always draw everything away. And I have BC this way. So we already know that from some of the forces in the Y equals 0, BD is going to be equal to 1600 pounds. And some of the forces in the X equals 0. AD we already learned is 1536. Whatever it's here, positive or negative, that's what it's here. It's positive, positive. So that means that BC is also going to be positive 1536. Since both of these came out to be positive values, are they tension or compression? They're both going to be tension. Okay, what joint do you want to do next? So here we did joint A. Here we did joint B. D. And now how about joint C? So for joint C, I have 1152 going up. I have CD going to the right, to the left, and I have CB here. So CD, we already learned, CD, did I call something wrong? D, yes, I called something wrong. Go back up here. At joint D, this is AD, and this is supposed to be DC. Sorry. So that means that this is DC. Sorry about that. So DC is 1536. And it doesn't matter if I'm changing the variable back and forth. I could just write that CD is equal to DC. So what equation do you want to use? How many equations do we need? We have the 1152, we have the CD, we only need CB. How many equations do we need? We only need one equation. So what do you want to do, X or Y? Let's put the little 3, 4, let's just do some of the forces in the X. Some of the forces in the X is negative 1536 minus 4/5 of CB equals 0. And in the end, 1536 times 4 equals divided by 5 equals, I got 1229.
I got 1920.
Okay, let's try it again. 1536 times
Negative.
5 equals divided by 4. Yeah, 1920. And it's going to come out to be a negative. So did we find all our members now? Yeah. Do we stop here? I guess we could, but what else could we do to just check our work? Can't we just do another equation? Let's do another equation to check. Sum of the forces in the y equals.
You have to write that higher.
Oh, okay. Let's do a check. Sum of the forces in the y equal 1152 minus, hey, I left something out. I made a mistake here. Sum of the forces in the x, I forgot this guy.
It's right.
I'm gonna do this over.
No, 1536.
Sum of the forces in the x, oh yeah, no, I did it right.
You got it.
Okay, good. Sum of the forces in the y, 1152, plus 3/5 of CB equals 0. And what does CB turn out to be? 1152 times 5 equals divided by 3. 1922, 1920. So it checks. Do we need to, we said initially that there are 4 joints, A, B, C, and D, and we only did analyze joint A, joint D, and joint C. But we could go up to joint B if we wanted, and we could do more checks. But right now, we've done all 3 joints, we found all the members, and we were able to do a check. So we're good. So this is the method of joints. You take each joint and you break away the members. The thing we have to make sure is, did we say tension or compression for all of them? We did compression here, we did tension here, tension, tension. Okay, what about this? This 1920, excuse me, we drew it away, which would be tension, but we got a negative value. We got a negative value, so that means that it's compression. And this turned out to be compression too, because it has a negative value. Okay.